Coming up next on Adventurer, how old were those Chinese gymnasts anyway? Nastia Liukin, who won 5 medals at Beijing, is here to discuss that and more. Stick around. Clash, James Clash. Welcome to Adventurer, the show with guests who truly push their lives to the limits. No talking heads here, just the real deals. I'm Jim Clash. In a thrilling climax to the gymnastics competition at Beijing, Nastia Liukin strung together 4 nearly flawless performances in beam, uneven parallel, vault, and floor to win the all-around gold medal for the U.S., edging teammate Shawn Johnson by less than a point. Nastia's here to discuss that and her new partnership with Pure Sport. It's a real honor to have Olympians on, and you guys did such a great job in Beijing. The first question I have to ask you, because everybody wants to know, were those Chinese gymnasts 16 years old?
It's hard to say, but I don't know. I've never competed with them before, but at the same time, I always think that gymnasts always look younger than they look. I mean, a lot of people don't really think that I look like I'm 19, but at the same time, it was nothing that we could control, and the only thing we could was our performance, and I think we did the best that we could. And no matter what age they were great gymnasts, and with excellent talent and skills, and so they definitely deserved to win that gold medal that night.
You guys were amazing at Beijing, and especially you, because you had to pull it out for the U.S. team in the all-around. Going into the final, you and Shawn Johnson were, the only 2 U.S. Olympians in that. She was a little bit ahead in the preliminary because you had fallen. Tell us what it's like competing at that level with a good friend, and how much pressure you felt to win a gold medal for the United States. There was a lot of pressure on you.
Well, I think that I try and put that pressure aside and know that in the all-around competition especially, I'm competing for myself, and of course I am representing the country and trying to do the best I can, but there's definitely more pressure in the team competition because everybody's counting on you. In the all-around, me and Shawn were actually roommates in Beijing, so we get along great, and it worked out good. We both, we have a lot of similarities. We love to read, and we went to bed really early, probably the earliest out of anyone else on the team, so that always worked out well. And once we were in the gym, we were always very focused on what we were doing, and of course, as any athlete, we were very competitive. But once we got outside of the gym, we were, good friends, and we got along great.
Well, it's nice to see you both ended up winning gold medals.
Yes.
You in the all-around, and Shawn in what was it she won?
In the beam.
In the beam.
And we also we made history by going 1-2 in the all-around. That's the first time any American has ever done that. So.
Your parents were both world champions, right? Your mother was a rhythmic gymnast, world champion. Your father was an Olympic gold medalist in gymnastics. Did you feel any, since you were a kid, did you feel you had to keep the family tradition up? Did they put pressure on you? How did you end up becoming a world-class gymnast?
I never felt that kind of pressure. It was more that I was inspired to kind of live up to that and achieve the same things they did. They didn't want me to be a gymnast when I was born. They had both done it at such a high level, and they just wanted me to be happy and healthy, and they knew how hard a sport like gymnastics was to achieve at, an Olympic level. But when they saw how much I loved being in the gym, and at a young age, they saw the talent I had for it, so they didn't want to take that away from me, and they just guided me in the right direction, and it was always up to me if I wanted to be doing gymnastics, or if I didn't, they would always support me no matter what.
So you had the fire in the belly to do it.
I did.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of sponsors. Let me read a few of them here. CoverGirl, Visa, AT&T, Longines, Adidas. You even have your own line of jeans coming out. But you're here to talk about Pure Sport, and this is a new sponsor, right?
I have been using them before my training, before Beijing, in my training before Beijing, and it's actually a very convenient, kind of a sports drink, but very different than any other one. It's got, less sugar than the other ones, and it's got no caffeine, but at the same time it keeps you hydrated and replenishes.
And we talked a little before the interview about this, but the whole business of drug use and how careful you have to be as an Olympian. I mean, for example, you said ginseng. You can't have any ginseng in your body. So you have to not only worry about the competition, about doing well, but what you put into your body, right? Even though you're not taking steroids or anything like that.
Exactly, and this is also one of the reasons that we, I am taking this is because it's been tested so many numerous times to make sure, because you know, so many world-class and Olympians use this sports drink, and you know, it's always came out as a negative. And so that's very important to me, and I, you know, take it really seriously what I put into my body, because one little thing could, you know, cost you the gold medal.
Will Nastia Liukin be in London in 2012?
I hope so. You know, that's definitely something that's in my mind. It's hard to plan out 4 years in anyone's life, you know, and especially as an athlete, but I'm going to get back into training in January and just see how it goes and take 1 year at a time.
For more iconoclast and adventure, click on Forbes.com/ToTheLimits or pick up a copy of my book, To the Limits. And thanks for watching the Forbes.com Video Network. Clash, James Clash.